Hi guys, welcome back to Puck Talk. In today's episode, we will once again be talking about the Vancouver Canucks, because we are Canucks fans after all. And today we will be talking about the Brock Boeser trade rumors and the Demko injury. So let's get started with it. So first let's start with Brock Boeser. So the Canucks have given Brock Boeser permission to talk to other teams, and I'm guessing that's in hopes of, making a trade. So what do you think about that, I guess?
There are two routes to go to immediately. Are the Canucks trading Boeser to try to go all in this season, or try to trade him away for picks to continue the rebuild?
I think it's to make cap space to sign Horvat.
Oh, I didn't think about that angle going into this.
I think they have to. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. They're gonna have to
That
move
that
somebody.
that is a good play, considering the state of the Canucks right now as well.
We talked about. I talked about this in like one of the previous podcasts we did, but we talked about how like they'd have to move one of these mid-range wingers to make room for Horvat, and I think he's the one they chose. You can't move Mikheyev. You can't
Mhm.
move Garland. I like Garland as a player. He's a heart and soul guy. Canucks kind of need
He
that.
he he actually hustles for those loose puck plays every time we dump a chase. You
Yeah,
know, he is getting us into the zone,
yeah.
which is honestly something that we have been struggling with throughout most of the season.
Yeah. He hasn't gotten the result, but like he's the type of player you can't
And
really trade the next year.
if you just watch him play, he at least gets us into the zone and actually keeps the puck in the zone most of the time.
Yeah. We're talking about Connor Garland, by the way. That's
Yeah.
all him. But like, yeah, so like Connor Garland and Mikheyev, those are not guys you can move. So I think you end up with Brock Boeser, and you're like, he's a replaceable player on this team. I think Kuzmenko can replace him.
Hmm.
But to make room for Horvat and I guess Kuzmenko too next year, you have to move one of these wingers. And I guess Brock Boeser is the one to do it. And I think he has value too.
Yeah, as of he ever since he came back, he has had a good couple string of games recently.
Yeah. I think it makes sense. It does make a
Mhm.
lot of sense to me.
Yeah, no, like as of right now, like if this is to get rid of the cap space for players like Horvat, I think that is a good step in the right direction for the Canucks. That does, however, mean that we are trying to play for next season already, which I mean, it
True.
depends what we get out of this trade.
You know what? I think okay. Well, we can discuss that, I guess. What do you want? Okay, I'll say mine first, I guess, because I have a good idea of like okay, it's my ideal trade. So okay, so we'll discuss what our ideal trade return for Besser would be. Not what we think the Canucks will get for Besser, but what we as it like what if I was a GM I try to do. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd get a defenseman on a 1 year deal along with picks. That's pretty much what I'd hope to get if I would trade Bassett. I I think that makes a lot of sense because the Canucks decor is horrendous to say the least.
Yeah, no, that was what I was hoping if I was a GM, what I would try to do because our
Yeah.
decor has has been inconsistent, I will say.
Yeah.
And
We need
had
another guy.
yeah, we need we got Ethan Bear, but it's still looking really shaky on our defensive end.
Yeah, but
So
yeah.
yeah, like we are gonna need that defensive player. One year contract also sounds reasonable for
Yeah.
Besser and the picks too.
I think it has to be 1 year. Anything longer than
We have
yeah.
to. I think if I was a Canucks GM right now, looking at this season right now, I want to try to think long term, even though we've been trying to think long term for a long time now. Um, we might just want to try to get that. We might as well try to get those picks that like not like the picks don't have to be completely amazing, but like just something that we can look forward to in the span of 1 to 2 years.
Yeah. I think you get like a where like let's say Besser is like a B tier player. I think you get like a C tier defenseman on a 1 year deal along with some picks to make up for that tier difference, I guess.
Like it
That's
for that play, if we mention the fact that it's also to free up cap space, we want the span of that cap space, if it is for Horvat, to be in that range. So you want that to find out what is right for there.
Yeah, I don't think the D man has to be good though. I don't think it's a D man you like
I don't
intend.
think I think he just has to be above average.
Yeah, I think you need like a top I guess top 4 to top 6 D man. Like I don't want a D man as the main asset. I think you keep the main asset as picks and the prospects because I
Mhm.
want cap space to sign Bo Horvat. You can't trade him after the season he's had.
Mhm.
He's the captain.
Trading
Yeah,
him would be an absolute disaster
this team is
for the
not gonna
locker
be.
room
It's not
and
gonna go
everything
anywhere
else.
without him. So I think you get like a decent D man and then picks and prospects are the main piece. I think you
Mhm.
have to get a first with them.
Yeah, no, for sure. At least if we don't get a first, that is actually really bad on our end.
He's on a decent contract, 6.65 for 3 more years. So, he's not on a bad contract. I could see a team like I saw a lot of people suggesting Minnesota in a Dumba trade. I don't really want Dumba because that messes with the cap space to sign Horvat, but yeah. But like
Uh,
I see him filling a role on a lot of teams.
mhm.
Elite sniper is something a lot of teams look for.
I'm just really hoping that like from this Boeser trade, we do get like something to strengthen our defense to make it much more consistent than it is right now. Because
Yeah.
the
It's
past
just
couple most of the times uh of our Vancouver games, our defense has looked absolutely shaky.
yeah. I think you need a defensive D man too. We have enough offense.
We have Quinn Hughes already.
Yeah. And I think Tyler Myers, okay, Tyler Myers, every time he gets the puck, okay. Somebody described
Does he
him.
have like a 56 scoring jar or something?
No, I somebody described him as like a kid playing hot potato. Every time he gets the puck, always looks so scared.
Real.
Yeah.
That's real as hell.
So I don't know if I describe him as an offensive defenseman,
I
but
I will describe him as tall.
yeah, yeah, tall. Yeah, he's good at that. Not good at using it, but he's tall. That's
Oh,
always
Rassles.
yeah.
Like, yeah, but
Okay.
other than that, I think that's all we can really realistically talk about Besser right now.
Yeah. Okay. So for Bester, I guess we both want like a D man as a decent D man and picks along with them. Yeah. And then next let's move on to Demko's injury. So he
So
is yeah, it's
the
so
background of Demko's injury happened on the game December 1st against the Florida Panthers in the first period. Close to the end of the period, Florida had two shots in a row against Demko, and in one of those shots, he like did something wrong. He did something went wrong with like his left leg. At least that's what it looked like at the time. And he was unable to like save the next shot. There was a goal. Yeah. But because of that injury, he is out for 6 weeks, which means that our starter as of right now is Spencer Martin.
yeah, that's a fine starter. Yeah. Okay. And then our backup would then be what is it? Let me find him. Delia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess okay, Spencer Martin I'm not too worried about. I've been a fan of him the entire season, I guess. I've always wanted him to get the starter role over Demko.
Now we are at this is where I do disagree with you. I think like I've started to turn around on Spencer Martin more and more as the games go on. But like every time I don't know why this always happens. Every time I see Demko on as a starter, that is when our defense plays at our absolute worst.
Yeah.
Because
But
in that Florida game, Demko was playing amazing. Demko had a really good start to that game in general. He was playing really well. He made a like amazing saves on like 3 breakaway chances in Florida within like the first 2 minutes of the game. And then like during that game, the defense in general made a couple of mistakes, which led to every single Florida goal.
so with
Demko
Martin
also
starting, the defense should be better. Theoretically,
yeah,
yeah.
Spencer. I don't know how, but the defense is better when Spencer Martin is on.
Yeah,
Now,
okay.
I
So
will like. Here's the thing about Spencer Martin's play. I respect it. I just really don't like how if he gets one save, there is a high chance that if the bounce doesn't go our way and he miscontrols the rebound, it's a guaranteed goal.
Isn't
Reason
that what
why?
was happening with Demko though?
Huh?
So I honestly don't think it affects the goaltending situation much. Delia can't be worse than what Demko was at the beginning of the season. Like,
Now the
okay,
thing about having Martin in net 24/7 now is
yeah,
like he is a very aggressive goaltender.
yeah. I don't know. That's the
He,
one problem. He's and the short, like
he
as backup role, he's been good, right?
yeah, but like now that he's the main starter,
Yeah, I don't
and
know if
he
we're
the
used to
way
it.
how he plays goalie is that he will try to play far away from the net to save the first shot. And he's trusting his rebound control enough that he hits it well enough that it doesn't go to the next defender. However, if you ever watch any Spencer Martin games, he's so far out the net, he makes the first save. If he doesn't control the rebound at a good level and it goes to another player, it's a wide open net. He
Okay,
always makes most of his nice saves outside the crease.
okay. So Spencer Martin. Okay, but I look at the stats.
You're looking
Stats
at the
don't
stats.
lie.
You're looking at the stats. I'm doing the eye test.
Okay. So honestly, I don't think Demko to Martin is gonna be that big of a downgrade.
It shouldn't be that much of a downgrade, but I can tell you right now, our backup
Yeah,
for
that's
Spencer, it's 6 weeks. There's guaranteed a back to back. A back to back has to be there,
yeah.
which means Dahlia
And
has to start eventually. And well, the Spencer Martin to Dahlia might actually just be a drop off for our backup.
yeah, Colin Delia is not an ideal backup.
Yeah, like that's a pretty bad situation for us to be in.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's Canucks management shooting them in the themselves in the foot. Like they traded DiPietro this
Well,
season, right?
like we didn't think Demko would get injured. That's what with hindsight, it is gonna be complete booty in the like being in this scenario. Like our hopeful for the goalie situation was that Demko was gonna be playing at Demko levels, and we have Spencer Martin as the backup. But Demko's gone 6 weeks.
Demko is there. 6 weeks without Demko. Okay, I was hoping Demko could pick his play up again, but if he's out for 6 weeks,
He
that's
also
not
came
gonna
into
happen.
this. He also came to this season with a surgery.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay. I'm guessing he might have been playing through something to start off already. That was Well, that's just a theory, I guess. My theory is
Yeah,
that maybe he was injured like all season and this was just the
where it actually
final straw. Yeah,
yeah.
maybe that's what like that was very unlike him to play the way that he did this season.
Like there was some moments of Demko where he was making amazing saves and like doing pretty well. However, like I keep saying, the defense hasn't been able to help him out as much as a goalie would hope for. There has been a lot of times where there have been a lot of easy cross crease passes, really easy giveaways by different players, especially at the start of the season with JT Miller.
Yeah,
That whole entire Panthers game was just a really bad ordeal, just in general. We gave up 3 breakaways. We turned it over twice in our own zone. They got like 4 straight shots on Demko when he got hurt.
yeah.
Like,
Overworking him, I don't know.
yeah.
Okay. So like in general, how do we feel about the situation? How do we feel this? Do we think the Canucks will stay on a similar record? Fall off, or I guess okay, getting better shouldn't even be an
I
option, but
okay, so I don't think better is in the running here.
yeah.
I think that we're gonna be stagnant.
Yeah, I think
I
I
I
think that's the
don't
best you
think
can hope
we
for.
can go down because I don't think we're as bad as teams like Arizona.
Yeah. I think okay, I think they should be fine. Martin like pretty much took the
He's a
reins
good
of the
goalie.
fire. Yeah.
He's a good
He,
goalie.
yeah. We've won most of our games with Martin anyways. So like even if you put Delia in the net and he lost every like even like there's no way Delia has as bad a record as Demko does.
Well,
So
yeah.
I honestly think the only way to go is getting better.
Yeah,
Me?
no, that is true. Also, because I think like with the best rumors going on as well, we there is just a high chance of us getting better. Like I think that as of the Canucks as right now, they just need to focus on their defense just getting more consistent and just giving time for Spencer Martin to develop into the starting goalie that we need while
Yeah.
Demko is gone, or in those 6 weeks become the starter and Demko becomes a backup.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Okay. So I think Spencer Martin can do it. Maybe he just has to get used to the workload, which you like you said, the Canucks have to ease him into it. You can't leave him out to dry every night.
Yeah.
And then
They can't they can't play like how they play when Demko's on.
Yeah.
Like they let have that man working too much.
Yeah.
And with Spencer Martin's goalie play style, it is really bad to have him have the same workload that Demko does.
Yeah, that's true. So they just have to get better, clean it up in front of him. And then Delia, I guess I'd be happy with like a 900 save percentage from him.
I think I'll just be happy if we win with him.
Yeah. I don't think they gonna put him too many in for too many games.
He's gonna be he's just gonna start whenever there's a back-to-back so that Martin can rest. That's the only time we'll ever see him really play.
Yeah. So I think it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. So that's the Demko injury, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I think that's it for this episode. Thanks guys for watching. See you guys next time.